Hello, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is another video for Scraptember, and it's for Close to My Heart. There is the information for you, and here I go. And I got out the new collection that is called Boutique, and I'll have everything linked down below. So I decided to get out the they got three little products, and I decided to use the texture paste, the transparent matte. And it dries clear with like a matte finish. So what I decided to do was that I used some shimmer paint in there. And you can use, I don't have my re-inkers right now. I have decided that as of right now, I decided not to get the re-inkers, but I'm going to be working on getting them. And you can use, so if you don't have any other mixed media products, but you have the re-inkers to ink your ink pads back up, that you can drop a couple little drops of that inside your paste that you use, because like this one, for example, dries in clear. It will change the color, but this particular color matches really well with the Boutique collection. The stamp is from, or the, excuse me, not the stamp, the stencil is from my stash. And I'm just making three little clusters is what I decided to do for this particular Traveler's Notebook insert that I decided to do for a layout. And once I get going on it, you will see why I did three different layers, or three different little spots, because it works out perfectly. So I'm just going and making sure that my stencil works. Sorry about that. My daughter came in, so if you heard her, I'm sorry. You know, mom duty comes first. So here I am. Now the next step was that I decided to take some of the glaze and the color that I have and put it together and do some watering, just like you see that I'm doing there with the black. And it works out perfectly to where it is all just making big blobs. And I really, really, really like how this turned out. So now there it is dry. And now I'm getting ready to do all of my other stuff and start to layering it. So at first I thought I was going to do some layering with the, like what looks like washi tape, but it's like a sticker type washi tape. And then you'll see that I start to play with it, and I kind of play around with it. This layout came together quickly for me, but it's still not quite what I wanted. And here I am now. Here I cut the washi tape because I didn't cut enough off from the sides, so I thought. And I'm just making them even. And then, of course, just because there's a little bit of a gap, my picture was going to cover it. And then I was like, no, I don't like that either. So then I move it up and I play around with it some more, and then I take it out. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the Scraptember, the video a day. You can always go and check out Laura Alberts and Natalie Bowers, as they are rounding down just like I am. And here I am, I'm taking the pictures and some of my scraps from the boutique and to work on my layering, as I always do. I always have to have like 3 or 4 layers. You guys know this, if you guys follow my channel long enough to know. And there is the Fiskars trimmer that I've gotten from Close to My Heart as well. And it works really well when you need to cut down papers from a 4x4 or into a 4x4. And I thought this one fit in there, and it doesn't. So I have to get my big one out. And here I go. And then I distress it with my little distress tool. I think I may do it off camera. Yep, there I am. There's my arm, so I know I'm doing it. And I always distress mine with the Close to My Heart tool. And I think that tool is no longer available. If it is, I'll link everything down below along with my website and the title. Or the item number, I should say. And the name of it, of course. So here I am. I just used some foam tape and back up this like give a little dimension on this flower. And that's all I really do on that side. I keep this very simple and kind of, I guess the word that I would use, because I don't do this all that often, is like elegant. And it is very simple. So here I go. Here is the paper that the stickers that I cut up. Now I start to use them there. And I just place them on the edge, and that one states you're one of a kind. And a little bit about the picture. This is the picture that my husband and I were a little, I guess, tipsy at the military ball, and it was just something, my husband's sticking his tongue out at me, and he's trying to touch me while I'm taking the picture, because I know he hates to take selfies with me or be in pictures in general, but when he has a little extra juice behind it, if you will, he will get a little bit funny on the pictures, and I love that. So he's sticking his tongue out, and this is the last picture of the military ball that I am scrapbooking for this year. And I'm going to get me a die punch, and it's a circle type punch, and I do two different punches. And the one that I do punch, what you'll see in the still shots at the end, it states, "Your kind heart makes mine happy." And if y'all follow me long enough about my husband, he is definitely not a kindest heart type person. He is more hardcore, maybe, if that's the word, or stubborn, or whatever you want to call it. And it's based because of the military. When you're in as long as he has, you're just used to it. You're used to not showing your emotions. So it's kind of like a little bit of like an oxymoron for us, because we giggle at it. It's something that we giggle about, because we know his heart is soft, but not not as you think. So, but anyway, that matches for there, and I do use a little bit more of the washi tape. And so the last that I do is that I get out the stamp set for Boutique, and these two colors. One color, these both are the new colors. One of them is Ballerina, and then the other one is the Sugarplum. The Sugarplum is the color of the year, so you can order that one just for the year from now until August of 2019, and then they get a new one. And so I'm just finishing up here with the stamps, and then the still shots will be coming up. You will see me put the date stack down, and that is it. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!